Most of the people, they have never heard of Chagos Islands. But inside the military circles, they are considered priceless. Ladies and gentlemen, reports suggest that the White House is exploring options to secure long-term control over Diego Garcia, basically one of the most strategically important military facilities in the world. Well, located in the middle of Indian Ocean, Diego Garcia, it has served as a critical launch point for military operations, intelligence mission, and logistics support for decades maybe. Now, let me explain why this matters. It matters because geography matters in geopolitics. Well, the island sits in a location that allows military forces to quickly reach the whole West Asia, East Africa, and parts of Asia too. Well, during the conflict in Iraq and Afghanistan, Diego Garcia, it played a very important role in supporting the operations. It remains one of America's most valuable overseas military assets. Now, reports suggest that Washington is examining alternatives involving sovereignty arrangements linked to Britain and Mauritius. The goal is simple here. Ensure that access to Diego Garcia, it remains secure regardless of any future political developments. Well, at a time when China is expanding its influence, tensions remain very high in Indo-Pacific, and conflicts continue across West Asia. Strategic locations like Diego Garcia that becomes more valuable than ever. This is not simply a story about an island. It is a story about global power, military reach, and future geopolitical competition. Let's talk about a routine flight, an emergency call, and then a disaster. A Gulfstream G200 private jet flying towards Texas, it encountered severe mechanical problems shortly after the departure. The pilot immediately declared an emergency and turned back towards the airport. In the meantime, air traffic controllers quickly cleared whole airspace and emergency crew rushed into position. Everyone, they hoped the aircraft would make it back safely. Well, for several minutes, the crew fought to save the aircraft. Every decision mattered over there. Every second counted. But the tragedy struck, and that too during the landing attempt, while the aircraft crashed and erupted into flames. In the meantime, videos shared on social media showed a massive fireball lighting up the runway while thick black smoke it rose into the sky. In the meantime, firefighters rushed towards the burning aircraft as emergency responders tried to contain the whole situation. In the meantime, the pilot and co-pilot, they lost their lives sadly. Authorities confirmed that no passenger were on board, preventing an even a bigger tragedy. Aviation experts say that incidents like this, it reminds us how unforgiving technical and mechanical failures can be. Modern aircrafts are built with multiple backup systems, but when something goes extremely and horribly wrong, pilots often only have a moment to react. Now, the investigators are examining everything: maintenance record, cockpit communication, and flight data, just to determine exactly what happened there. The aviation industry, it will closely monitor the finding because every accident, it offers a lesson, and that could be just the improvement. Future safety and safety measures. For now, the focus, it remains on honoring the two crew members who lost their lives while trying to bring the aircraft home.